Hey girlfriends, welcome back to my channel. It's Jazz and I am back with another video for you. If you haven't checked out my Fenty haul video where I achieved this lovely beats without much, so check that out as well. But this video is going to be all about this hair that I've hung on to for about 2 weeks now, and I'm about to put in some perm rods just to see what that does before I call it a wrap. But I really want to go over like what I've done, how I maintain my straight hair without causing any additional or unnecessary damage. This is the number one thing for me in having straight hair. I do not do any touch-ups whatsoever after my stylist has straightened my hair. So if you're doing your hair at home, after you straighten your hair that first day, that should just be it. If Mother Nature comes in and wreaks havoc on your straight hair, the best advice I can give you is to just take that L like a champ and try again next time. You gotta have your wrap game proper, okay? Wrapping your hair is how I maintain I leave my hair wrapped all the time. If I'm not taking some pictures, if I'm not going somewhere, my hair is gonna be wrapped. For example, if I'm just at home, I have on this cotton t-shirt, right? So I'm not just gonna be at home doing nothing with my hair rubbing on this shirt all day. Because what's gonna happen is, just like you wrap your hair at night to go to sleep because you don't want to sleep on a cotton pillow if you have one, this hair, all this is doing is rubbing up against this cotton t-shirt all day. So the ends of your hair are just they're gonna dry out, and so it's gonna be all nice, and then all of this down here is gonna be dry and a mess. I keep my hair wrapped all the time. If I'm lounging around the house just chilling, my hair is gonna be wrapped. If it's raining outside and I'm going to the grocery store, I'm gonna leave my hair wrapped and I'm throwing on a hoodie. You have to protect this straight hair by any means necessary. It's the end of the road. Like, it's starting to, underneath here, it's starting to get a little drier. You know, it's time to wash. And I guess even on this side. But other than that, it still looks good. Like, I could keep going if I wanted to, but I think I'm kind of over it. It was 2 weeks on Wednesday. Today's Friday. So I'm over it. The health of your hair before you straighten your hair also determines how well your hair is going to last. If you are someone who straightens often, you have split ends, if you're not letting go of those split ends, like, your hair is just going to start to age prematurely without you doing much. I would suggest doing some treatments beforehand. I used Olaplex twice, 2 washes before I ended up getting my hair straightened. So I did that for 2 weeks, or 2 washes straight. So over a month's time. So a month before I knew I was getting my hair straightened, 2 washes leading up to that, I used Olaplex shampoo and conditioner and their bonding treatment. So yeah, you make sure you are even if you're not using Olaplex or you're not doing, like, make sure you're doing deep treatments leading up to getting your hair straightened. So you want to make sure you are putting in the best moisture into your hair, and then I'll be doing a protein treatment with my next wash just to put that strength back into my hair, because I know straightening my hair is something where you want to put the strength back into your hair afterwards. So those are the things that I do beforehand, and I will be putting up a video about Olaplex because I tried out their new purple shampoo. I wanted to try and get rid of some of the brassiness in my hair, so I actually tried that twice, because the first time I followed the directions, the second time I did not. So look out for that video. I'm not sure what order I'm going to be putting those videos in, so look out for that. But yeah, if your hair is not in great health, your straight hair is not going to last. So for me, even if this did not last 2 weeks, there's just no way I would be adding additional heat to this. Especially, last time I had my hair straightened was January 2020. So January last year. So I almost made it 2 years. And I've just been wrapping my hair, and that's it. Leaving it wrapped. It's just the way to go. I mean, you know, it may seem silly, like, why get your hair straightened if you're only going to leave it wrapped? But it's just so that it stays nice when you are wearing it. And it's so much less maintenance having straight hair, to be honest. I don't have to worry about my twist out looking silly on day 3. This is going to look like this every day. So I really don't have to worry if I'm getting dressed. I'm just going to have straight hair. Like, I already know my hair is done. I don't have to do anything. So it's a lot easier than having a natural style, trying to maintain it, keeping it, then you end up in a pineapple and now you're looking dumb. So at least keeping your hair wrapped when you are ready to be cute, you're ready. It's done. You don't have to do your hair for 2 weeks. So let me show you how I wrap my hair. Now, one thing about having my hair wrapped, the scarf, because your hair is so like silky, I couldn't keep my scarf on to save my life. It's like I had to keep adjusting it. Could just be the scarf that I had, and it has to be a satin or a silk scarf, because if you have a cotton scarf, it's just going to dry your hair out. So I just use a comb. I don't really need to use a brush because it kind of stays more so on its own the older it gets. That first night though, wrapping it, it's going to be rough because it's going to be nice and flowy. So some of my oils have started to kick in, so it stays a little better. Okay. So this is my scarf. It is a silk material. So I put this over like so. Go around. Now once you get here, you kind of want to pull it so that it rotates around, because you want to make sure all those pieces are smooth. You don't want any pieces caught in, once you put the scarf on, it could be, little, you know what I mean? So by doing the rotation, you're smoothing everything down. And even after I tie it, I'll do another slight rotation. And there we go. And this is what I'll be looking like until I need my hair. I mean, if you're in the house chilling, like, when your man comes home, unwrap your hair. But if you're just chilling in the house not doing anything, don't let that hair just dry out on your shoulders all day. Just saying. So that's pretty much it. That's all I do to maintain my straight hair. I do not flat iron it because I do not want any heat damage. That's where a lot of people get unnecessary damage by upkeep every day, especially the front. Those pieces you see in the front, you're like, oh, I need this to stay straight. Oh, there's a crease. And a lot of times, because I did go out and all of this underneath was like, I thought it was really over. This was like, what's today? This was actually last weekend. I thought it was a wrap. And I just left it wrap all day the following day, and we were back in business. Like, a lot of times, just wrapping your hair will smooth out any of those imperfections. Just leave it wrapped for a day and come back to it before you decide to grab those flat irons. So that is my number one rule. I do not touch up my hair with flat irons because I've been there. I've been in the heat damage world, and I will not go back. So as a last resort, I'm going to put some rods in this over 2 week old flat iron hair. Like I said before, I have not touched up any of this hair with a flat iron. This is just all from the original flat iron 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to use the largest size that I have, and I'm going to be using some Lotta body mousse. Just a little bit on each section. I'm going to be doing larger sections because I kind of want it to be like a loose. I don't want it to be tight. So I still want to have some length. So we'll see. I've never done this, so let's just see how this goes. So like I said, I'm going to be using large sections, focusing the mousse really more so on the ends and up, not really on my scalp at all. So I attempted to do my normal perm rod setting, thinking if I added a little bit more mousse to the end, that it would work out. But as you can see from my struggle, this did not work out. So I've seen a lot of people do perm rods starting from the ends, even on wet sets. And I always just be like, why? What's the point of that? So to keep the barrel look that I want, once I got my ends secure, then I will wrap in a circular motion, just kind of like doing my normal set, but backwards. So focusing on the ends, making sure that those are nice and neat, and then wrapping around, securing it, boom. So once I got the hang of that, it started to be a little easier. So I only did 9 of these. Like I said, I wanted larger sections. I still wanted to have some length. I sat under the dryer for 30 minutes and then an additional 10 minutes right before I took these out, just because I was so nervous that my hair wasn't going to be dry. So I just had to be sure I did not want any problems. But I was so happy with how these were coming out, as you can see from the looks on my face. These came out just as expected. Now, there are some creases at the top due to the string on the perm rod, but those did not last long at all. So don't worry about having to go grab a flat iron just to have it perfect. So what I did was I tugged on each section to loosen it up and give it more volume. And then that was it. Okay, so y'all see what I got going on here. Now, when I tell you I didn't know what I was about to get, I was nervous it wasn't dry. Okay, so we lit. So now this is probably only gonna last for the evening because wrapping this at night is gonna do what? Alright, so that's it. I'm about to go enjoy myself. Let's just see what the back look like. I probably need to comb it somewhere. Let's see. But for the most part, I got what I needed. You know, this makes me feel like I should get curls when I first get my hair straightened, but I feel like it wouldn't last. So it's probably better to do them at the end, have them for however long they live, and keep it moving. So that's that. I will keep y'all posted on Instagram how long these last.